following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 225 pounds, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot. I make them shiver. Whenever I'm around, they see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. Just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Ain't your heart out, girls? Hands off the merchandise. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks.
And the opponent, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 234 pounds, Bret Hitman Hart.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Cole and JBL here at ringside, welcoming you to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hey, I got top billing tonight. I like it. Keep it up.
Well, what can I say? These Minneapolis fans have got me in such a great mood. I'm feeling especially generous tonight. What a counter that was!
Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world, and this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
Of course not. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
These superstars give everything they've got when they're in a match like this, but a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes too.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything.
Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there.
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
I think he's going to fly. Man, this crowd has really swallowed this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
Nice quick counter there.
this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
I don't say this too often, but I completely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long rivalry.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Hey, watch your language. This is a family show.
I said exasperate. Oh, never mind. I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match, and the fans are definitely into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it. These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And what a wild ride it's been so far, with no signs of stopping anytime soon.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years. These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one. He's tuning up.
And there he goes! Sweet kid music!
Oh, man, these WWE fans are fired. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it. I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience.
When you talk about a man who's done it all in this business, you don't have to look any further than the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Michaels has been in this business a long, long time, and I'm not surprised he's stuck with Raw. I doubt he could keep up with some of the younger SmackDown talent.
You're not seriously suggesting that HBK couldn't be competitive on SmackDown. No disrespect to the SmackDown superstars, but this is Shawn Michaels we're talking about.
All I'm saying is that ever since Raw and SmackDown became separate brands, we haven't seen much of Michaels on SmackDown. You take that any way you want. Bret Hart calls himself the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
And that's a hard point to argue.
You're not kidding. He's right on at least 2 counts, and I might not be able to see the future, but I bet he's right on that one too.
That's a pretty safe bet. I doubt we'll ever see another superstar in our lifetimes like the legendary Hitman.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. We've both called hundreds more. We usually have a pretty good idea of what to expect, but not this time.
I guess it just goes to show you anything can happen here in the WWE. Look at these superstars go. It's obvious that they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they hadn't.
90% of a match is in the preparation. You got to come in ready for battle.
These superstars have proven time and again that they're willing and able to go the distance.
Well, you don't get too far in this business if you're not.
That's for sure, partner. There's always someone right behind you, ready to overtake you if you can't keep up.
I've been looking forward to this match all night.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you got that kind of hype, it's tough to live up to expectation, but these superstars aren't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
Michaels sure is getting up there. If he sticks around too much longer, HBK's gonna stand for the has-been kid.
I don't think Shawn Michaels is ever going to be a has-been. He looks as good today as he ever did, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
I've got to admit it, I'm impressed by these superstars' performance here tonight.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
Anyone who thinks this business is a piece of cake should get into the ring with these superstars.
I don't think anyone would last too long against them. These are trained WWE professionals.
So have you got any predictions about who's going to win this one?
No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same. Oh!
You take one look at Bret Hart, and it's not hard to see why he's a WWE Hall of Famer.
I'll put it this way, partner. If Bret Hart doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, nobody does. Bret Hart calls himself excellence of execution, and it's not hard to see why.
From anyone else, that would be just ego. From the Hitman, it's the truth.
And that's why Bret Hart is one of WWE's most respected Hall of Famers.
There's the reversal. The key to winning a match like this is to build momentum. You're not going to see a match won with just one or two moves.
No, but one or two big moves at a crucial point could change the direction of it completely.
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have, and that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
This match proves without a doubt why SmackDown is the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
I can't help but agree, partner. You won't see action like this on Raw.
Even if you did, you'd have to hear about puppies and government mules and scalded dogs. It's like a zoo over there. The Hart family is a legendary name in the sports entertainment business, and Bret Hart is a legend among legends.
And these fans are getting a real treat watching the Hitman in action tonight.
They're not the only ones. I could watch Bret Hart compete every night of the week. Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got.
This capacity crowd is making their opinions known tonight.
Yeah, the WWE fans aren't known for keeping their opinions to themselves. Wow, great reversal.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle. Look at this, pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous matchup, and I haven't been disappointed.
I didn't say I'm not disappointed, but I'll talk about getting stuck with you as a broadcast partner some other time.
Night after night, look at this. No fear on the face of this superstar.
Yeah, but that kind of thing's not going to win you the match. I know I say this a lot, but it ain't ballet. You step between those ropes, you better be prepared to take some punishment.
And to dish some out as well. I don't think I've ever seen a superstar win a match by being a tackling dummy. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now.
The refs got a tough job trying to keep these superstars on the up and up.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
Look, if you're going to get on your high horse again and give us another lecture about playing fair, I am going to regurgitate.
Is it so wrong to ask a superstar to play by the rules? That doesn't seem to be so unreasonable to me.
That's because you never competed in a match. If you did, you'd know that you got to do whatever it takes to win. There isn't an ounce of quit in these superstars.
There certainly isn't. They're in this one to the bitter end.
Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain is that much worse.
Hey, that's pretty insightful for a guy who's never wrestled a match in his life.
Well, I've been in the locker room after a match and seen the superstars who don't get their hands raised. You can literally feel the disappointment radiating off them. It's not a pretty sight.
Boy, this is not the way I thought this match was going to go at all.
And that's what makes the WWE so exciting. The unpredictability of the superstars. You never quite know exactly what you're going to see.
Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
I cannot remember the last time I've seen a crowd this pumped up.
I know what you mean, partner. These superstars have really brought the fans to life here tonight.
This one could still go either way.
It sure could.
You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
Talk about superstars who don't have an ounce of quit between them. You're looking at them right here.
And that's a potentially dangerous mindset to be in. If you're too proud to realize that you're in trouble, you might wind up risking your career for a single match.
Hey, you got to be in there every single match and be willing to do whatever it takes. You'd know that if you actually ever step between those ropes.
I don't...
Here's your winner, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.